What's going on, people? How y'all doing out there? You know, God helped me through a whole lot of stuff, right? Some people could say, she's a little ghetto, a little ratchet, a little off in the head. She just saying whatever come off the top of her rocker. You know what I'm saying? But in actuality, you have to have an imagination in order to get close to the Father. Even though He says, "I am the I am," you have to believe it. It has to resonate with every part of your body. So if your eyes can see and you have a vision about everything else in your life, but you don't have a vision about you and God, you don't have a concept or a blueprint to how that looks when you go to the divine, you're missing the whole point. I envision God, Mother God and Father God, all the time. I'm real with both of them, just like they real with me, you know. And when God was hipping me like to my enemies, I'm gonna tell you, when I was figuring out a lot of stuff, and when you can feel the evil, you see the evil, and but you just don't want to believe, like, these motherfuckers just can't be this evil. You know what I'm saying? They just can't be just, oh, coming to my house and this is what they thinking. You know what I mean? Because God would let me in on their thoughts, okay? And their plans and all of that stuff. And when I was in denial, God said, all right, you can stay in denial. You know what I'm saying? Certain things gonna keep happening. And when I decided to get out of denial and drop the dead weight, the baggage, the crap, you know what I'm saying? So much more was open to me. And the first thing that I had to do was, uh, when I knew I could see the shit right in front of my face, outside of hearing the rumors that people was gunning for my life, but to actually see it, and I'm gonna tell you the first thought. I was like, why the fuck is people trying to kill me and I ain't did nothing killable? You know, I'm in the upright. I speak the truth. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any enemies that I'm aware of. And I don't do fuck shit to nobody because I would never want it done to me. Well, the very thing that you don't want done to you, that is the very thing that the devil will do to you. It's like the devil thinks that they got this grand plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm going to do that. Watch, I know that shit's going to work. But not understanding that when people say they don't want this done to them, they are not realizing that they have had it done to them several times. Okay? They're thinking that it's a task that you haven't crossed, a barrier that you haven't, that threshold is still too far away for you. Not realizing you've already passed that. That's how you know it's not for you. But anytime somebody want to bring that to you, you know how to bring that power and that pain right back. That's what they're not expecting, okay? And I'm going to just tell y'all how real God is. Okay? When I dropped people from my timeline, it was dead weight. It was people that were either setting me up, lying on me, you know what I'm saying, pretending that they was my friends and they won't. Family trying to throw me under the bus for all types of different shit. When other people would start stuff and then they call me into town and expecting me to fight their battles. It was just, I know I got one boyfriend, but somebody saying, oh, I'm a hoe, I'm a slut, I'm this type of bitch and that. And I'm like, okay. So when I dropped that weight and versus like holding on to those people and still trying to love these people, okay, things started to clear up, you know. And God said, about time. Damn. These niggas was getting on my nerves. And I was like, huh? He said, shit, I've been waiting on you to do that. I said, oh. He said, yeah, that's what I've been telling you to do. But you was all in your feelings. And I'm like, cool. I ain't in them no more. Now I see what people, the type of fuck shit they own, and they ain't did none of that back. He was like, yeah, because you don't deserve none of that. But glad you did it. Okay? And so I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, I did it. And God told me real, 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 real. Mother and Father God, some real shit. They were like, now we're going to start telling you what's been going on. But baby girl, we're going to feed you with a long wooden spoon. I ain't trip on it. I knew it was a lot. And then God would be like, well, if you sitting down, that still ain't going to be enough, boo-boo. So I said, okay. I'm adjusting myself. I'm trying to get myself in line with all the crap. He said, because it's gonna make you angry. It's gonna make you want to put hands on people. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to put my hands on these motherfuckers right now. So I was like, damn, okay. It's real bad when God want to get at you. You know what I'm saying? So I said, all right. As soon as I dropped these folk, I went from the beginning of my timeline when I was a child, the first thing I could remember. And I asked God to just remove any and everybody that does not serve me from the time I was born all the way up through my 44 years of what I am right now. And then I said, just in case, if I don't know who they are or know how they look, or if I don't remember their name, just understand if I was ever around them, if I was ever with them, and then they still had some shady doings, or they just found me in the spirit and was like, we don't give a fuck about how she look or who she is. We still gonna fuck her over, including them people too. Okay? But I took it a step further. I said, in my past timelines, get all them motherfuckers too. My new timelines in my future, get their ass too. Any planet that I am on, any version of me where I am still here, and somebody thinks that they could do some fuck shit to me, drop all of them. I don't give a shit no more. I already understand y'all my real mama, my real daddy. I got a celestial family, there's more of my family than, this earthly 3D family. Not knocking my mom and my daddy. My mom and daddy have been there for me since I was born. My mom and daddy have heard all of the trifling and fuck ass shit, and some of it they have wanted to believe. But at least they still had some common sense, and they could look at me and then see how I operate and move and be like, my daughter don't really be doing all that type shit. It's got to be something else. And sure enough, it was. Okay. But I also went a step further after I crossed timelines, dimensions, you know, anything. I pictured myself. I pictured myself shooting up in that air, away from this world, looking down on this world, gathering me up in every race that's out here. So when these gods say it's like 8 different races out here, I said, oh, that's 8 different me's. Let me get them. Okay. And then it's like I went like a little rocket or a spaceship, like the Tasmanian devil. I went to all the planets. I was like doing like the little ping pong game, going to all the different planets, hitting all the stars, galaxies, everything. I visualized this. And then, see, when you go up outside this world and you pass that firmament and you in those stars and that just before heaven type thing, I also pictured Mother God and Father God there with me, being able to see who I am so they can understand the plight I'm in is serious. I don't understand how serious it is, but it is serious enough to where several people got me on their hit list, and they would watch me go everywhere. And I would meet back up with them after I think I crossed every place in my timeline, And we had an exchange of embrace that was just heavenly, because it's like, that you're some form of a astral being, and you're coming down to this earthly realm, and you have a mission of some kind, something you need to fix, or something that needs to happen, that's a must to push the human race forward. Okay, I gave Mother God and Father God an avatar that was acceptable to me. I talked to them. uh, I created that table again, where it's Jesus, the disciples, and Mary. I created that same table, and I allowed God to put whoever they wanted at that table, just as long as I was there. Just as long as I was there, because I said I want to be at every meeting. I want to know the tea, you know, because the problem I ran into was, after I did that, okay, I said, well, God, I know how to fight physical battles. I've done my share of duking it out with quite a few folk. I know how to do that. I said, but I don't know how to fight spiritual warfare. And God said, well, anything you say out of your mouth, we're going to make that become your reality, because you deserve it. And I was like, well, I'm appreciative and I'm thankful. But I'm like, how is that going to help me spiritually? Because these people got spells, and they witches, they warlocks, they seasoned at this game. They've been doing all this stuff. And so God was like, who do you think all these people are attached to? Yep. What's up?
Are you live or something?
Yeah, I'm trying to record something. Here you come.
Hello. I just got done with my hair.
Okay. You like it?
Yo.
Yeah, thank you. I like your hair too. Bye-bye. See you.
Yes.
That's my niece. But I had what they told me to do was, I needed to find the link in the chain. And unfortunately or fortunately, the link was my brother. And the way I came up with my brother, which is my biological brother, even though I got half, whole, step, you get what I'm saying? But it was my whole brother. And the way I came up with that was because my brother likes to keep up with everybody. We have moved 3-4 times. We went to 3-4 different high schools. You know what I'm saying? And he'll go back to the old neighborhood. He'll remember people, and he'll be like, oh, yeah, you remember such and such? No, I don't. But he'll still conversate with them, talk with them, and they would have relationships with each other. Okay. And my brother's a little bit more naive than me. Now, people would think I'm naive because of my little cute face and I have this little smile on my face and all that kind of stuff. But, I'm the worst. And I'm the best at the worst. Because I remember everything. No matter what state of mind people think I'm in, I remember everything. But I just try to not hold that against the person. Or maybe I use it as leverage when I need to. Okay? Anywho, when I realized that, okay, my brother is that primary person in that way, I'm gearing up visually now with my third eye to, like, go toe to toe and war with my brother, because I'm like, there's certain things I told him that he stopped doing, he didn't stop. There's certain people I told him not to go around, and he went around them anyway. There's certain things that I would say to him because I wasn't gonna keep going in and out of town and just always doing some shit, right? So I'm in this ring, and then there's the referee, all that. They're about to sound that thing, when you about to hit the gloves with the person. And when I look over at my opponent, it still looks like me. And the first thing God wanted me to understand, you have the good you and what they call the bad you. You're going to have to use both of those people. And so I'm like, so I'm fighting myself? Like, what? How? God said, no, no. Your enemy's out there. And I said, outside of myself, I did not create this part of my vision in my third eye. This vision was created by God. I really want y'all to understand that, because I'm in this ring and I'm gearing up for my brother, right? Come to find out it's not him. And then, and when he points out there in the audience, I'm trying to just get to that one person, make this a one and done, and it's over. Okay, I know how to knock him. I know how to knock a motherfucker out. Okay, I'm ready to just do this shit. God said no. Your enemies are this entire arena that you thought was your audience. All of these people are your enemy. My eyes got so big. I did not understand that. God said, you did the right thing. You gathered your enemies from the time you were born all the way up through now. And most of your enemies, they're not going to say, hey, I'm your enemy. But they are. And your hidden enemies are in there. The people that acknowledge that, the different failed relationships or different grown-ups that you've connected to, and anybody that said like, she just thinks she all that. She just think this. She think that. Da, da, da. I was just like shocked. I was stunned. I couldn't like believe it. And God said, no, you ain't got to worry about that. As long as you believe in me. I said, oh, yeah, all right. I said, well, I'm about to do this shit. Run her up, bring their ass like that, right? Ready to fuck them up, right? God said, no. You tap me in, because I've been waiting to get these motherfuckers. I said, oh, shit. He said, yeah, see, all I needed you to do is fully awaken. And I'm going to fight all your spiritual battles for you. I'm going to tell you everything that's going on. But me and Mother God, your ancestors and them angels, we're about to fuck all these niggas up. So I was like, oh, shit. Okay. And immediately, because I became Christ conscious and because I dropped everybody that no longer served me, and, you know, everything that God was telling me to do, as soon as God was telling me to do it, I did it. I did not hesitate. I did not question. I did not go against him or her in any kind of way. And I heard one of my ancestors say, if you do this, you're going to free your entire lineage. And I'm telling you, I was like, okay, shit, great. You know what I'm saying? I did not know what that would be doing for my lineage or other people, right? So then after I did it, then God was like, you're breaking the curse off your entire lineage. And I'm like, super. I'm thankful. I'm appreciative that I'm here. You know, I just want to get this battle over with and just, you know, be done. You know, and everything that God was telling me to do, it's like either angel, an ancestor, or mother or father God themselves would tell me what prize I won in the spirit for doing the things that I've done. And mind you, this is what I want people to understand. I did not defame my character or anybody else's. I did not talk no shit about not one person. I never wished any death on anybody. Okay. I always wish the best for everybody despite what they have ever put me in. All right. I didn't slander them, take them to court, you know, lie on their character, never stole from anybody. And, the list of things that you'll see the list of things that people did to me. None of those thoughts ever came across my brain to do to not one soul. And the reason being is because I knew, yes, what goes around comes around and the power of the tongue. But what was more important than that was the fact that I just don't think like that. If I have an issue with anybody, I'm going to tell you right then and there. I'm not going to let it linger. I'm not going to let it roll over. I'm not going to pick that shit up later or nothing like that because everybody knows you're not going to pick it up. You're not going to follow back through with it. Once whatever that feeling emotion is over and done with, so are you. And you might just keep holding stuff in and holding stuff on. And in reality, that's not what we're supposed to do. We are supposed to keep like charging through. Not hey, get that person go around. No. We have to continue to charge through. So whether a person felt like I said something to hurt their feelings or, you know, make them feel some kind of way, point blank is, what I said, that's what I said. I still don't have a problem with, having to say that to anybody else. And then on top of it, I don't have a problem with like keeping up with anything that I say because my first mind and that first thought, that's what I said. I ain't doing nothing else behind your back. I ain't trying to find no friends that's gonna agree with all the fuck shit. I ain't creating no Facebook page or no dumb shit like that just to, keep a person name in their mouth and talk about them and all that kind of dumbass shit. Cause you're gonna see as people, y'all gonna see people did all of that. But I'm saying that to say it granted me favor. You know, when you think you're not being watched, when you think you're not going to get recognized for something, when you think that you can call it the enemy, that they've won because of what they've done and how they've done it, and they've backed you into whatever crap they got going on, God's here to tell you that shit don't mean shit. And God told me just like that. That shit don't mean shit because I know who you are. I sent you here. You one of my best. And I'm going to make sure that everything that you're supposed to get, you're going to get it. Because every lifetime, you do what I say. It doesn't matter if they like how it comes out your mouth or how it gets done. The whole point is when you don't have a plan and you create a plan and you follow through with that plan and then it gets to the desired end goal that God has for you, you've done your job. When you don't kill nobody, steal from nobody, molest nobody, rape nobody, you get what I'm saying? Any of the harvesting and blood drinking and killing of the animals, all the little stuff that these folk, orgies, whatever. You have your own energy, like your own source of that, and you have to tap into you. Why would you tap into somebody else like what they got is better than yours? All you gotta do is just change your mind and say, I'm not gonna be using the energy that I got for bad. At least not all the time. But I'm gonna use the majority of that energy for something good. And you let that be your guide, you know. So I don't care what someone says about me, does to me, as long as they're not trying to hurt me or nothing. And all of the things that people wrap people into today. You know, it was God that had told me, hey, yo, don't even deal with this social media type shit. Just cut that shit off. You're going to understand why later. That was why. You know, because you got a whole lot of internet bullies. A whole lot. And they know better. They're just hoping that you don't know better. But when you do know better, you do better. And there's nothing wrong with that. And if anyone says to you, oh, you think you all that, you think you this, that, you think that. When you got the same mind, the same 24 hours of the day, and you have the same time frame to talk to God. Believe it or not, God gives you more answers and more knowledge, you know, opens more doors than the devil ever will. Period. You know, because you're talking to the maker of the planet, the maker of you, and the main person that knows your blessings, your curses, your fuck ups of any kind. So therefore you can ask, like, all right, I'm here. What do I need to do to fix it? They're going to tell you because that's what they want you to do. You fix any of your like just fucked up ass shit, you can blessed immediately. If you don't have any patience, you're gonna need to develop that for real. Or just keep a job until you finish whatever the hell, you know, your journey is with God. But no matter what, it's possible. It's possible. I'm making sure to let everybody know it's possible. Like, to know you're not how other people view godly people. To know that you're not what someone would choose. To know that people will paint you a certain way anyway, right? And they don't know or understand you. But they give you the bad and the stick. Just the shitty end for whatever reason, because they're all selfish reasons. So when you want to take on that trait, God already knows your heart. They've already seen it. They don't need to see anymore. And if your name is in that book of life, it's best when you pray to him, let him know what your name is. It's easier to cut through all the riffraff, you know, all the crazy shit from all the other people praying, even the pretend prayers, okay? All right? It's kind of like when you tell them that first, middle, last name, believe it or not, you got angels, you got gods, you got ancestors, and you got, you know, mother and father God and other gods that will, look, get that book and look you up and already be speaking on your behalf. You know, so you don't want to be amongst like the collective, so to speak. That's a general prayer. That's when you at your church or your group or your family. That's a general prayer. It's not specific to you. You want everything specific to you, not anyone else. You. God starts to look at you, and then things change for you. All you got to do is put that action out there. So for everybody that has all these negative actions to do, all these negative actions to bring forth, put it into some good. You get the same result, but better. Like, I ain't lying to you. I almost dropped my phone. But I'm not lying to you. It's like, put that energy into something productive and you'll watch things start to turn around. I did that. I will not tell anyone something that I haven't already done. Okay? Okay.